Fessions, episode number 3. If you guys are new, welcome to Tarot Fessions with Talk Tequila. If you are returning, welcome back, you guys. We're going to jump right into this live. We're going to be confessing everything between divine masculine and divine feminine. So if you consider yourself a divine masculine, I'm going to put the energies on this side. If you consider yourself a divine feminine, I'm putting the energies for divine feminine on the other side, okay? So remember to only take what resonates, leave the rest. Yes, so shout out to everyone that is able to make the live stream. If you're watching this on replay, shout out to you guys. All right, so as always, how I channel the energies is different for every channel that I have, but specifically, let's talk about the divine masculine first. What's up, A-Ball? How you doing? We're going to talk about the divine masculine energy first, and then we'll give divine feminine their chance, okay? Hey, everyone in the chat, how y'all doing? All right, so the divine masculine energy that's coming up in this reading, this is someone that values trust a lot. This is also someone that struggles with trusting other people. The energy that showed up for divine masculine is they have a lot of wealth as far as like their knowledge. This is someone that's very caring. They're very healing. This is also someone that's capable of giving like a really good advice. That's the energy that I picked up for divine masculine. So they may have a lot of friends, okay? So they may have social groups, homegirls, homeboys, a lot of people that they help, they network with, they collaborate with. This is also someone that doesn't wear their feelings on their sleeve very easily. Okay, so this person has layers to them. This divine masculine doesn't really reveal to many people their true, deep, intimate feelings unless they trust you. Okay, big up on the trust energy that this divine masculine is channeling right now. So unless they know you, they really trust you, or you're someone that's consistent in their life, they tend to just give everyone else a superficial version of themselves. Okay. They're like nice to everybody. They treat everybody equally. They try to make sure that nobody feels more special than the other person. This is also someone that is very flirtatious. All right. This divine masculine is saying that a lot of people want their love, want their intention, want their affection, but they don't really know who this divine masculine really loves or who this divine masculine really wants to be with, because they kind of flirt with everybody, or they treat everybody with the same type of flirtatious, charismatic energy. I also picked up this energy that this is divine masculine is extremely attractive. Like they have really good looks. They have like chiseled facial features. They also have like this way of like hypnotizing. Okay, so a lot of people are hypnotized by this person's eyes, their voice, the way they talk, their charisma is intoxicating. That's the energy that I was picking up off of this divine masculine. This is also someone that may be a good friend to you, or you guys have a common friend, or one of y'all may have like a mutual friend, I'm hearing. Okay, that's confirmation for someone. I'm also hearing that this is a divine masculine that's extremely stable. Okay, according to society standards, they may come off like a high value masculine, a high value person in regards to their social status. All right, so this divine masculine is showing up as someone that has some type of tenure or reputation to protect. Okay, they may have a large following for someone. This person is also in touch with their feelings. Okay, so I also get this vibe that this divine masculine energy tends to attract a lot of feminine that really likes the fact that they're affectionate or they have some type of ability to express their emotions. So even though they're masculine, they still have this emotional side to them, this caring side to them. But a lot of people don't really trust this person or this divine masculine because of their flirtatious ways. So they have a lot of enemies. Okay, so straight up, that's the song I heard. Straight up, now tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or am I just a hit and run? So a lot of feminine energy often suspect that this divine masculine only likes one night stands, or they only like to meet new people. I'm not picking up a serial dater type of energy. It's kind of like they might look at their friends and be like, "Oh yeah, watch out for that divine masculine because a lot of people want them and they probably run through relationships and break a lot of hearts." So I'm picking up a divine masculine that's potentially a heartbreaker. Heartbreaker, you got the best of me, but I just keep on coming back. So yeah, obsessive energy. So a lot of people get obsessed over this divine masculine. Okay, okay, okay. So let's get the divine feminine spirit. The divine feminine that's showing up in this reading. This could be you, all right, as the divine feminine. If you identify as divine feminine, the energy that I picked up for divine feminine is feeling restricted. Okay. I don't know why, but the divine feminine that's showing up is feeling like their hands are tied. In some way, in connection with this divine masculine, this divine feminine feels like they've either had this person trapped in their head, they can't get over them, or they're unable to be with this divine masculine. All right, I also pick up this energy from this divine feminine of dealing with a lot of drama, either in their personal life or dealing with a lot of drama in correlation with this divine masculine, right? So if this divine masculine gets a lot of attention or they're very flirtatious, that's one of the blockages that I'm hearing. Okay. The blockages of feeling like it's like hopeless, it'll never work. Really, there's some fears in this divine feminine. Fear of if it's really gonna work out, if it's ever gonna come together. It's almost like it's completely out of this divine feminine's hands. They have no governance over this situation. And if they stay in this type of dynamic, it's almost like this divine feminine would feel like they're trapped in this situation. All right, so why I feel like that is because I get the vibe that this divine masculine hasn't articulated or expressed, like verbally expressed to this divine feminine how they feel about them. So because they haven't, this divine masculine hasn't expressed themselves emotionally to this divine feminine, it's like a cliffhanger. Okay, that's the energy that I'm picking up. Like being left on red or being left to lean to your own interpretation because this divine masculine is not really communicating, but yet at the same time, this divine masculine is asking this divine feminine to trust them. But it's like, how can you trust someone that isn't reciprocating the same mutual feelings or the same mutual desires? Okay. I also feel this divine feminine is not really revealing their hand to me. They're not really being as forthcoming as this divine masculine energy is. It's like this divine feminine energy is holding back or restricting themselves from really being vulnerable right now. Okay. I'm picking up anxiety. I'm picking up a lot of sleepless nights. feeling pressure or helpless in a situation. Eight is also significant for this divine feminine. It's like they don't really want to hear it. Okay, I get this vibe that this divine feminine doesn't really want to hear from this person if they're still dealing with a third party. Okay, so if you are a divine feminine and there's someone that you would like to express, like you feel like you both are very compatible, you guys have a lot of similarities, y'all have like mirroring trust issues as well. You and this divine masculine, both of you have similar trust issues. Okay, but this divine masculine is triggering this divine feminine, and it has something to do with a third wheel. So you may not get along, or you may not like divine feminine, whoever this third party friend is, partner. I don't know what the third party is, but it's like you're immediately just telling me what the problem is that you're dealing with as far as this divine masculine. But you're not really laying it all on the table right now. You're not really giving your energy. You're kind of just mirroring whatever whatever concocted thought process that you have created in your own mind in regards to this divine masculine. So it's not really a clean slate. So I'm going to say this right now. You can only get to the truth if you're willing to be vulnerable, if you're willing to be completely open and sincere, right? Because I feel like you want to be loyal to this person, you want to trust them, you want them to be forthcoming, but you're not really giving me forthcoming energy, divine feminine. What I feel here is you're waiting on this divine masculine to make a choice. It's like, I'm going to be selfish, or I'm going to remove my own energy until I know for sure that you're completely done, or you're no longer friends with, or you're no longer a workaholic, or you're no longer completely invested in people that I don't like. So I get this energy where I'm visualizing a person with their arms folded, their arms crossed. So you may be very emotionally cut off or turned off by this entire dynamic with this divine masculine. You feel like they're more loyal to that third party energy. That third party energy may very well be their subscribers, okay, their followers. It could be their reputation. You feel like they're loyal only to those that support them, or they're loyal only to those that are solely invested in the self-interest of whatever this divine masculine want. So you perceive this divine masculine as being arrogant, stubborn, and completely powerless to the grasp of whatever they're attached to. Okay? But I really wanted to start off this reading by connecting with the divine feminine energy, like show me your energy. But in the channeled session, it wasn't coming up like that. It was really coming up like you're out the room. You're not even here for the discussion. It's like you are, but you aren't. And I feel like that's the reason why this divine masculine is saying that they don't feel like you care, divine feminine. They don't feel like you miss them. They don't feel like you are sad without them. They don't feel like you are lonely without them. They feel like you're probably loyal to somebody else. You're probably seeing somebody else. And one of the key ingredients that this divine masculine uses as a way to connect with people or relationships is based off of the vulnerability. If that person is willing to be vulnerable with them, they're loyal to them. So there is a third party energy that has shown up in this divine masculine's life as someone that will be emotionally vulnerable and emotionally giving and nurturing. This person is looking for nurture. I feel like they're open to nurture. They're open for companionship. just not in the way that this divine feminine is expecting it. Okay? And you're going to see me toggle back and forth in between both energies throughout this entire live because y'all are mirroring each other. If I could take away anything from the energy that came into the room, the energy that's really on my board today is two people that are mirroring each other. They miss each other. However, there's this unspoken elephant in the room of a conversation, a truth moment, a vulnerability type of laying it all out on the table experience that neither one of you have been willing to step onto that platform and give it to each other. It's I'll do it, but you got to go first. And the other person is saying, I'll do it once you do it first. So it's still that apprehension around what you're willing to do to be completely honest and vulnerable with another person. I do feel like this divine feminine is afraid of being vulnerable and giving their trust away to someone that will misuse it. Okay. At the same time, you feel as if this divine masculine is looking for a mother or someone to be their mother, their nurturer, and you're not wanting to fill those shoes. You feel like the reason why they want that type of loyalty or they need that type of nurture is because they've had significant roles play out in their life that affected their maturity. So I think that you think it's kind of childish, divine feminine, how this divine masculine, why they need that type of love or why they need that type of intimacy. And it's like no matter how much you try to tell this person what to do, they don't listen. This divine masculine is not listening to you. Divine feminine, you feel like you've been telling this person to like who to look out for, what to watch out for, who you don't need in your life, how you need to get yourself together when it comes to the relationships that you choose, the companionship that you choose. You feel like this divine masculine keeps settling for a superficial version of you. Yeah, I don't even see the divine feminine energy really living out loud and living color and really flaunting what it is, that energy that exuberates through you. So yeah, there are a lot of feminine energy that are just pretending to have that. But it's like until you actually let that fear go and let the trauma from the past relationships fade away, you're doing the same thing that this divine masculine is doing. The both of you are requiring people to submit themselves to you, and you trust them once you feel safe. And then once you feel safe, the both of you then share your most deepest emotional selves. But that is control. That is an issue of controlling the situation or the narrative. So let's get the current energy for both divine masculine and divine feminine. Now that I see what I'm working with, Spirit, what's the current energy of the divine masculine at this time? We have present power. All right. And then we have spirit guides, friends, family members, deceased loved ones. Spirit, what's the current energy of divine feminine? What's the current energy of divine feminine? So yes, divine feminine, you're coming up as earth element, survival mode, adaptability, reliability. So you divine feminine, you are really trying to get your stability back. You're trying to increase your finances. Your focus is not really on love right now. You're really just trying to make it through life. Okay. Hey, Nikki. You're really trying to make it through life. You're trying to increase your material wealth, divine feminine. You're trying to create something, cultivate something. This is interesting. So, divine masculine is currently trying to see things from more than one perspective. They're more in the spiritual realm, and divine feminine, you're in the physical realm, which is like a flip because divine feminine energy, I also see that as the subconscious realm, right? And then this divine masculine is heavy in the spiritual realm. So, this divine masculine is spending a lot of time daydreaming, fantasizing, visualizing, okay? Soaking up their present personal power of what they can do to bring this connection together from an energetic standpoint, which means I don't feel like this divine masculine is actually doing a lot of physical things like picking up the phone, calling you, talking to you every single day, but they're damn sure working the spiritual realm. This is someone that is utilizing their deceased loved ones. Do this one favor for me. Okay, they're asking their spirit guides to do this one favor for me. Send this message to Divine Feminine. Let them know that I'm ready to do something about it. They feel encouraged to do something about whatever created the disconnect between the both of you. Do this one favor for me. Someone's saying they want to change their player ways. It got too complicated. So there's something about a loss here. There was an event where one of you guys walked away from this situation. Okay. This was something that was manifested. You guys were meant to meet each other. I feel like when you had your meeting, this divine masculine wasn't aware at the time you guys met each other how they would feel about you. For whatever reasons, the way the two of you met, it felt like a normal date to this person. If they didn't even know that it was something as deep as it was. So take it how it resonates. But this divine masculine is saying that when they met you, they were not aware of who you were to them on a soul level. They were more in their material bag, their material wealth. They were more focused on their status, their reputation. I told you I was picking up, you know, reputation, high value, high status, things like that. And they only became aware of how much you meant to them once you left them behind. This divine masculine did lose divine feminine at some point. The ship sailed, the opportunity left, and it wasn't a false start. It was the way it was meant to happen. It's like you guys had that meeting. It felt maybe like a honeymoon phase, too good to be true. And it didn't really go anywhere and you went your separate ways. Okay. Now, some of you had a honeymoon phase where maybe it lasted 2 years. Okay. Maybe it lasted 2 months, 6 months, 3 months. But ultimately, those spiritual guides brought you guys together to have this meeting and then had you part ways. Okay. So now those same spiritual guides are back trying to help the both of you reconcile your differences, wrap up this cycle, whatever this cycle was. I feel like divine feminine, you've been off focusing on your abundance, focusing on your spiritual path. A lot has increased for you since you moved away from the emotional drama. Since you disconnected from this divine masculine, a lot of great things have come to you in some shape, form, or fashion. Whenever you're guided to this reading, you're going to start seeing that your material abundance increase. And like loving yourself, your self-love journey is fostering you right now. So a lot of things are looking good for you right now. This person, this divine masculine energy, is watching you. Literally, this person is watching the ship sail. They're watching you sail. They're watching you thrive. They're watching you live whatever best life you have, okay? And they feel helpless to this situation because they they're still bothered by the fact that they didn't recognize you when they had you in their life. Or straight up, that is bothering this person. It keeps them from communicating with you. It keeps them from actually reaching out to you. It's almost like they're punishing themselves for not knowing what they had when they had it, which tells me that this is a very prideful divine masculine. This is also a divine masculine that doesn't really believe in second chances. And because they didn't really believe in second chances, however, they're in the position now of wanting a second chance with you. It's forced them to change the way they believe about reconciliation. It's forced them to change their perception around second chances and believing in love, because it's like this person has been, like they were asleep and now they're awoke. They're awake. They're awake to what you mean to them. And I feel like when you met this person, divine feminine, they were very stubborn. They were very selfish. This is also someone that was very arrogant about their reputation or their status. And at one point, they wanted you on their team. They wanted you a part of their team. They wanted you on their side. They wanted you to always be there when they called on you. They wanted you to always see them as this alpha male, this alpha female. It's like the market. Like this person was heavy on the market. A lot of people wanted this person. Look at that divine feminine energy. Hold on a second. Y'all hold on. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to open the door. All right, so let's see. Like I was saying, this person, they had a vision for you, but at the time, the vision that they had was how you could benefit their life and how y'all could benefit each other. So there was a little bit of, this person saw the potential in you, divine feminine. However, they were not willing to change who they were at the time in order to be with you. There was something about in correlation with you or trying to be with you, they would have to give up a lot of people, or they would have to change a lot of things about themselves, their lifestyle, in order to really try to build something with you. And at the time, it just seemed a lot easier to utilize all the multiple people that wanted them versus just you one. That's what I heard. So the mask. So this is someone that was wearing a mask. All right, we have the number 13. This person was playing like coy. Catching all the flights. I'm about to make him want to bite. I just want to have a good time. I just want to have a good time. Hold up. So yeah, they were attracting a lot of people that just wanted to have a good time. And because they were attracting a lot of people that just wanted to have a good time, they stopped believing that anyone genuine even existed anymore. And they just started, hey, you want to have a good time? Let's have a good time and go about our way. So when they met you, it was kind of like that's what they were attracting a lot of, but they were not expecting to for you, divine feminine, to be a real genuine option for them. And they just couldn't see it. They had these rose colored glasses on. The mask that they wore eventually consumed them. So you made them aware of who they are as well. That's what they're saying. You made them aware of like their own personal power. How they didn't need to use or put on a facade or pretend to be someone that they're not in order for people to love them. They watched you, divine feminine, be your authentic self, even amongst your enemies, even amongst adversity. You stayed true and loyal to yourself, and that was admirable. Yeah, and they kind of see like you remind them of themselves. That's what they're saying. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. See your face whenever I look at you. Wouldn't believe all of those things she put me through. This is why I just can. Okay, so yeah, this person, you reminded them of an ex. Mm-hmm. You reminded them of an ex that broke their heart. Okay. There was something about you with this goddess energy where they feel like they fell in love with a counterfeit version of you before. And after that relationship failed, this divine masculine made a vow to themselves that they were only gonna dip on niggas. Make you think you love them, then you dip on niggas. That's what this divine masculine, the energy that they started to jump into, because they were hurt over someone that hurt them before in the past. So fear became the reason. But it's like you could see right through them. You could see that they built this entire facade on a false narrative, and I feel like you made this divine masculine feel vulnerable. You made this divine masculine feel vulnerable. And like whatever ego, look at that. Look at that sunlight. I'm telling you, they probably had a lot of subscribers. They were focusing on their image. They were focusing on the spotlight. They felt like they were getting all the love, all the attention. Everybody wanted them. High value, everything. And I feel like you told this divine masculine that they needed to heal. You made this divine masculine aware that they had a distorted masculine energy about them, that they had a certain perception about this entire journey, and that they were utilizing their gifts and abilities in a manipulative way to like use these low vibrational feminine energy as a resource to help them climb the help them get like fame, success, recognition. And the problem was with your goddess energy, okay? With your goddess energy, the way that you tapped in with your goddess energy as this divine feminine, you made this divine masculine feel naked in a crowded room. Like, I'm gonna say that shit again. You made this divine masculine feel naked in a crowded room. Like, they couldn't even hide behind the facade that they created for themselves. It's like you called their bullshit. You called their bluff. Even if you didn't necessarily say it to them, they felt like you could see your eyes or your third eye pierce through the window of their soul, and you made them feel like a little boy or a little child again. You could have told this person that they need to get counseling, they need to get help, and that they need to, learn how not to utilize their empathic abilities as a tool to manipulate other people. You held this divine masculine accountable. It's like you told them Not so much about themselves, but like this came from a very genuine place. You was like, that's not love. Those people don't love you. Those feminines that you're befriending or that you're constantly surrounding yourself by is a way for you to mask the real healing that needs to happen within you. You need to do your shadow work, but you held this divine masculine accountable because they were walking around like they were alpha, or they were walking around like they're some type of divine masculine energy, but it was distorted. And you could see that this person was hurt. And I feel like starting out, you tried not to hurt this person's ego. That wasn't your objective. But something happened along the way where you decided you wasn't going to enable this person's behavior. Divine Feminine, you decided that you wasn't going to enable this person's behavior and pretend like you did not see the web of lies surrounding them. You decided that you weren't going to pretend like you would have to get high, or you would have to pretty much alter your state of consciousness in order to vibe on this level with this divine masculine. And you were like, nah, I'm not doing that. You want me to be a bimbo. You want me to be someone that's out here chasing after you, lusting after you, feeding your ego, giving you all types of recognition and props. But at the same time, that makes you aware of the karma that you're accumulating. So the fact that you made this person aware that their inner child needs healing and that they have this attachment to people because they never got that love and nurture from their mother, their father, and they're out here hurting other people. So, boom, that hit this person, that initiated this person's root chakra. That initiated this person. You literally, something that you said or didn't say, or just your absence alone forced this person, like, why would you walk away from me? I'm high value. Why would you leave me? Why would you not want to be my friend? Why would you not want to be loyal to me? You left this person to their own vices and you removed yourself. Respectfully. Out of sight, out of mind. Which forced this person organically to start looking within themselves. So that's why they're in this spiritual realm trying to understand why you didn't want to be on their team or why you didn't want to be by their side. There's something about you being on their team. They may have wanted you to be on their team like their goddess or something like that. They may have also petitioned polygamy to you, or they had this bright idea that they could have you and her and her and her and her and her. You also could see the reason the reasons behind certain addictions. I'm gonna tell you the truth, because I see divine feminine. A lot of people, including this divine masculine, misinterpreted you. Okay, at face value, you may be very low key, a real cool person. Everybody gets along with you. You know what I'm saying? It's either you love or you hate it. But you're very authentic. The vibe that I get from you, divine feminine, that's showing up here is that a person can get a whole lot of good from you or they can get a whole lot of bad. So you pick and choose based off of what you're going to give your time, your energy, and your attention to. At face value, a lot of these people in connection with your divine masculine perceived you to really be like crazy in the head, or like someone that's just a little cuckoo. I heard cuckoo. And it has something to do with your vibration or how you talked or something like that. So it's like low key, the people in connection with your divine masculine, they didn't really believe in your gifts and abilities, but they like to watch you perform or do what it is you do, because they all were kind of spectating on if you were really who you say you are or if you were really the real deal. And a lot of these people were like, you could already see that they just were low vibrational, not on your level, including this divine masculine, because they associated themselves with them. So you feel like this divine masculine, like they knew very well who you were when they met you, as far as your divinity, as far as your gifts, your abilities. You feel like they knew exactly who you were. And any narrative that they're saying they didn't know who you were, they didn't know what they had when they had it, you're calling this person's bluff. You're saying that's all cap. Because you identify that this is a very powerful healer, shaman, guru. They have a position of some type of occult knowledge that makes them very aware of the energy in the room, right? So when your energy came into the room, they were aware of it. However, let's call this shit out for what it is. This divine masculine saw that you had gifts, abilities, and a power in connection with you, and they felt like they could detach you from that divinity and manipulate the situation to add you to their team and have you start utilizing your gifts to help them pimp other lower vibrational people. Yes, I said it. This divine masculine wanted you to be like a ride or die type of energy. If they could convince you to, over time, indirectly, subliminally, mind fuck you and get you to submit to them, you would be a very resourceful asset to them. Look at this person's face. That's exactly what this is. Like they could use your your empathic abilities against you, divine feminine. Have you fall in love with them, right? And then you help them facilitate their visions and create their master plan and Pinky in the Brain take over the world. And then everything that was, all the blessings that would have come to you naturally, forthright, through submission, would pretty much channel through you into this person, and they would like absorb your essence. And eventually you would kind of be like that person in the room, divine feminine, where people are asking, are you okay? Do you have a mind of your own? Are you thinking for yourself? So this was a very powerful magician, performer. This divine masculine here was operating from a distorted masculine. You peeped this energy in this person. You saw this person did tell you at some point subliminally. I feel like they gave you a direct telepathic message of what you guys, they may have showed you in a vision, a dream, or some type of premonition of what type of world they could have created with you by their side. And when you receive that message, whether you remember it or not, something inside of you told you, like, stop listening to this person or stop being serenaded by this person, you know? Pull back, retreat, retreat. So this person didn't make your feminine energy feel comfortable in their presence. Matter of fact, it made your goddess energy pull out red flags, red flag, red flag, red flag. And you may have noticed that this divine masculine was siphoning your energy based off of a decrease that you went through. You may have went through a period of where you started to lose things. All right? You started to feel drained. And it was this divine masculine trying to convince you through this facade of trust, loyalty, we together. Indirectly though, that's the part that's really kicking it. It's like it's not even like in your face. It's kind of like subliminal messages making you unsure if you should walk away from this person. I also feel like this divine masculine manipulates your love life as well. Whew, hold on, let me spray some child. Because this divine masculine is good with their words, okay? Very good with their words. Very strategic. This is Professor Xavier. This person has the ability to intercept your own thoughts, intercept your own thought processes, rewire things in your subconscious mind, connect certain chords, detach you from source consciousness, and plug you into their own source. Them as the source, them as the I am, them as the God. Whew. Very, very big ego. So I feel like you plugged in your ears, you stopped listening to this person's subliminal messages, and at the same time, you saw a very dark energy in this person. That's what I see here. You saw like the the body was there, the vessel was there, but as far as their spirit and their soul, that spirit and that soul of that divine masculine was not present at all times. Okay? That I can tell you. Not present at all times. So this is interesting. Very, very interesting. Because it's one thing to heal your inner child, but when your inner child and your spirit has wandered so far away from its vessel, a lot of times you become, it's like walk-ins, right? A lot of times tapping into certain occult wisdom and knowledge, a lot of divine masculine energy have subscribed to some type of initiation, right? Just listening to certain podcasts and different Facebook group subscriptions that has been subliminally, subconsciously programming divine masculine energy and utilizing them to oppress their own counterparts, really. And putting them under spells and sleeping spells and confusing them. It's like they're utilizing goddess energy as a tool of oppression over divine feminine energy. And one of the things that has been happening, okay, and I feel like this divine masculine is revealing it all. They're telling it all. There's secret societies, there's secret initiations of like the Stefford wives. In this shift between sharing power equally, man king and woman king, and not being in strife around who's the superior over the other, one of the biggest narratives of those types of paradigms is how to fix your women, how to make them submit, how to control them, how to manifest off of them, how to gain wealth quickly with them, how to get multiple women that are considered divine feminine, whether they're aware of it or not, but groom them and make value out of them in a harvesting way. right? So this divine masculine once subscribed to this, utilizing their emotional intelligence to manipulate other feminine energies. And there's many more like him. Divine masculine, high value, that prey on feminine energy that's looking for a father, feminine energy that's looking for a mother, feminine energy that are so loyal to the point where they don't even listen to their own spirit anymore. They don't even listen to their own guides anymore. That high value man, woman becomes their God. But your ancestors and your spiritual team, oh, they was like, oh, you got me bent if you think you finna take this divine feminine from us. And somewhere along the line, this divine masculine realized that in order to communicate with you, they had to go through your guides. They had to communicate through your ancestors. They had to get permission to even pass a message. The only way they can even communicate with you, that's how restricted this divine masculine has been from being able to even contact you, communicate with you, divine feminine, or and even in a telepathic way. The only way that they could do is to flood the frequencies, right? To flood the channels of all the spiritual realms and just do a SOS, a POS type of message. But as far as being able to directly connect with you, no. It's been a no. It's been a hard ass no. So let's see. Spirit, what's this divine masculine's true feelings towards the divine feminine? What's their true feelings towards divine feminine? Quality time. Chemistry. So they saying they want time. They want time to get to know you. They want time to see where things could go. And they want to tell you everything. They want to tell you how they thought. They want to tell you their thought process. They want to tell you, they want to be completely open about the third party frat groups for some of you, the third party secret societies, the third party energies that they affiliated themselves with, groups that they affiliated themselves with, partnerships that they signed deals with. They want to tell you everything. Okay. And what's their true intentions towards divine feminine? Communication. They want to talk. Do this one favor for me. Change my player ways. It got way too complicated. They dived deep into something head first and it got way too complicated. And they want to tell you that you're right. They were extremely focused. It's like they were in a relationship with their success. They were in a relationship with their reputation, their fame. They want to just lay it all out on the table. Okay? You give me butterflies inside, inside. I just want to. Something about you give them butterflies. I heard that song. They feel like this is something like they could see themselves with you long term. They proposal, you have enchanted love, a sacred bond that is divinely guided and harmonious. For some of you, they got associated with a harlot, a witch, a evil witch at that. They got themselves caught up. Can you keep up, baby boy? Made me lose my breath. Think that. Come through. I heard that song. I think it's Beyonce. Can you keep up? I feel like you keep this person on their toes. That's what they're saying as well. All right. You own your own personal power. You don't let nobody take it from you. All right. You're the first person out of every feminine they ever came in contact with that did not allow them to harvest your power, that did not allow them to control you, that did not allow them to, did not allow them, like you held your own. That's what they're saying. Like you were the first person to ever get unstuck. It's like you were like, no, you're not going to trap me. You're not going to be living rent free in my head. Okay. You also required that you will walk away at any given time if this person is not willing to do the work on themselves. You were the first person out of all of these feminine energies where you required that this person show up healed, ready for a relationship, or nothing at all. That is, that was like the lightning bolt that struck them the hardest. And it's like you're so devoted to the work that you do, the charity that you do, whatever it is that you do for your own personal endeavors, where it's like not even they could take you away from your purpose. Not even they could distract you from what it is you feel called here to do. And that to them is what makes you worthy. That is to them is what makes high value. That to them is what makes whatever society's social status of what that's supposed to look like. They're like it's a gimmick in comparison to you, divine feminine. It's all a big ass gimmick that many masculine energies are brought to the slaughterhouse to subscribe to. And then it's the very thought process that destroys them. And they prey. So they were preyed on by mass media, right? Selling them this dream without them ever doing the work, giving them all this access to all this occult wisdom, knowledge, and things like that. And then charging them with going out there and trying to teach them how to be a man because they were never raised properly by their parents. So you made them aware that it was just another cycle repeating itself, another way to get rich quick, but through the process of utilizing other feminine energies, making them just as bad as the gold digger, if not worse. So they're saying, divine feminine, you did that. So spirit, can you show me what is divine feminine's true feelings towards this divine masculine? Surprise. Divine feminine. Divine feminine is like, talk to me nicely. Okay. Show up. All right, divine feminine, I feel like you are, I feel like you were surprised or you are surprised that you actually met that spiritual counterpart. I feel like you've met this person. You met the person of your dreams. That's how you felt. You were excited to meet this person when you met them. All right. I feel like you were let down of how deep into their own shit that they were. But ultimately, you know who your person is. You know who your divine masculine is. And at the end of the day, that's all you ever wanted. Just not at the price of yourself. You get what I'm saying? Not at the price of yourself. Spirit, what is divine feminine's true intentions towards divine masculine? What is divine feminine's true intentions towards divine masculine? Love language. You want to learn and you want this person to learn your love language. You want to learn their love language. You want an understanding where y'all are actively learning and getting to know each other. Yeah, this is like a healthy conversation. You want a healthy relationship where y'all communicate verbally and have great communication. Like y'all have all, great sex, great romance, great love, great communication, quality time. You want a healthy relationship just as much as they do. You don't want to argue with nobody. All right? You feel like when there's things that with disharmony, there seems to be some disconnect. Use this time to address any issues to restore harmony in this relationship. So you feel like the disharmony is coming from this person not learning. You're not sure if this person is learning anything because they're stuck in the 5D. They haven't really stepped up and did anything physical, because love language is saying, that takes time. Like, you learn each other's love language through physically interacting with each other. So there's an element where your intentions towards this divine masculine is you want to physically get to know them. You want to physically, learn each other, not just from the spiritual realm, and get excited about the spiritual conversations. This is like put your money where your mouth is. Like, you see something, you want it, you go after it, right? If there's something that you both disagree on, communicate, open your mouth, speak. So your intentions is, ooh, this person is determined to do it their way. And I think that's the disharmony. Your person is determined to do it their way, get somewhere quickly. All right, there's something about an energy of wanting to get somewhere quickly. Oh yeah, because y'all are in no contact. So we have codependency, movement, and opposites, compromise. So you feel like divine feminine, for those of you where your person is still dealing with a third party energy that's codependent on them, there's movement here, okay? But we have black and white. So there's a gray area. There's something about in between y'all work schedule. Y'all have opposite work schedules. Maybe someone works by day, the other person works by night. Where one person is weak, the other person is strong. So y'all have traits that complement each other here. I feel like there's some struggle around what this person needs from you. Divine masculine, they need to know what you need from them. Like your codependencies, you're still working through certain codependencies as far as needing someone to be there all the time in order to trust them, needing someone to be present. There's something about needing the nurture, because some of y'all, divine feminine, your career life or what you do for your life purpose requires you to travel. All right, or it requires you to come back and forth to each other. It wouldn't be like cookie cutter. So I think a lot of the disharmony would come from y'all schedules conflicting, right? The distance between the two of you, and then the other person feeling neglected by the other person's absence. When they need someone, you're not there, and those needs go unmet. And if this person still has codependency within them that they haven't resolved, they might start to not trust you, divine feminine, or feel like there's some fears that you both share around, if I'm not available, does that mean you're going to go reach out to somebody else, And then they have the same fears of, if I'm not available, are you going to go back to somebody else? There's just a lot of, it's not really tit for tat. It's more or less like fears, internal fears, right? Because if a person is busy working and you miss each other, just say you miss that person, right? It shouldn't be that hard. But if you're emotionally afraid of being vulnerable, you might feel soft or weak to say to that person, like, I want to see you. I miss you. I'm not going to beg nobody to see me. You're going to have to figure it out. Things like that. Those are pride and ego things that restrict you from just admitting, like, I would love to see you. If that person rejects you and they say, oh, I can't, I have work, are you going to take it negatively? Is this person going to take it negatively? So those are the type of conversations that I feel like you guys are being guided to communicate, to get things moving. That's the spiritual guidance between the two of you. Is there's nothing that communication can't work out. There's nothing that differences that can't be resolved. And when someone hurts your feelings, instead of saying, you did this to hurt me and whoop de whoop de whoop, you say it from a more empowered standpoint. When you communicate with that person, instead of trying to bruise their ego, right? Or, put them in their place, you could say, instead, a better way to state that will be, give me an example, Spirit. Okay. You can say, the time we had that conversation last night, it made me feel sad, right? Saying you feel sad about something is not a form of weakness. It's not a sign of weakness. It's actually strength. And rather than, it reads differently when you say that to a person versus, you didn't even call me back, you don't even care. It's the focus of what they don't do that discourages the progression of any relationship from a healthy standpoint. This person doesn't want to fight with you. However, when the differences arise, right? When the loneliness comes in, the both of you have to learn how to say, I feel lonely right now, and that be okay. I would like some quality time. I feel like those are going to be some of the conversations that you are charged or you're encouraged to have with your counterpart, that comes from a more committed space rather than focusing on what neither one of you didn't do or you don't do for each other. There's something about accountability. I'm picking up a lot of times when you don't pick up your phone or you don't answer right away. It starts to be like, oh, well, I tried to call you, but you didn't pick up, so you don't try again. Because if that person missed your phone call and you feel like that person had enough time to call you back, you feel like you were sitting there waiting. That's mirroring to you that you still have unresolved issues from being misused that way in past relationships. That this person's level of commitment to you is constantly being compared to past relationships and past behaviors, and you're never able to make solid way in the present moment because there's so much focus on what you didn't do or what you should have done or how you could have done better. This is about accountability. Like, if you're missing someone and that person doesn't call you when you want them to call you, it's not their responsibility, okay, to micromanage your feelings. You have to get up, put on your grown man and woman drawers and say, I missed you. I'm calling you again because I'm missing you. And it's okay. And when they call you, don't be mad when they call you back. Unless you have an insecurity that they're probably talking to someone else. Some of you guys have felt like you watched them flirt with other people or you saw them talking to someone else and you started to question if your position in their life was just as relevant or if not more than the other person. That's jealousy, and that's the spirit of those unresolved issues, wounds. And then asking yourself, am I getting anything out of this relationship? Because I feel like this is a connection where neither one of you actually need each other, but you want each other, right? And so this cycle repeats itself because y'all are mirroring to each other the same damn wound or the same work that needs to be done, just in different scenarios. And contrary to what y'all believe, I feel like the both of you have non-committal tendencies. You and this person come off very cold, emotionally guarded, defensive, and you are easily triggered. You are easily triggered in different ways. When one person is moving too slow, the other person is triggered. When the other person is triggered, that person becomes not ready, and then the cycle repeats itself. But ultimately, the root issue here is both of y'all have non-committal tendencies, right? So in order for this connection to even work out, y'all got to raise your vibration and change your thought process around what devotion means and what it's supposed to look like. A dedicated partner whose love is unconditional and eternal. What does the word unconditional mean to the both of you? What does eternal mean to the both of you? Right? On this journey, in what ways have we been conditioned to just react? Right? We've been conditioned to react and respond to experiences. And in a lot of ways, we've been conditioned to react and respond by not saying nothing at all. Be quiet. Now is the time to speak up because the both of you are quiet. And it has a lot to do with your pride and your dignity, not wanting to feel like you're giving up your personal powers to the other person. And both of you have to start realizing that neither one of you can really take each other's power away from each other because you're exuding the same power. You just feel separate from each other, but you're really already one in spirit, right? And I feel like that's another third party energy as well. Your higher selves are the third party energies trying to help your physical human experience get your shit together. That's what I'm picking up on. So let's get some conversations between the two. So since Kat got everybody's tongue here and you guys are going to only give me, there's layers to the both of you. I feel like the two energies that step forth for this collective reading for divine masculine and divine feminine, y'all are like onions. The both of you have layers to you. Not many people get to see. It takes a lot to get to the center of you. And even when someone feels like they've reached the center of you, another layer appears. And the both of you have deep, deep trust issues. But all is not lost, okay? I feel like there's already been premonitions. Some of y'all could have had premonitions in readings about the development of this relationship. This could have happened when y'all first met. Y'all could have met each other, locked eyes, and then y'all saw y'all future in each other's eyes. So there's just something that it like feels like home, okay? In the both of you, it feels like you could do life together forever. The connection is there, like you can be each other's life partner forever. Y'all, neither one of y'all can move on from each other, that's for sure. But guess what? As y'all heal these past life wounds or this past energy that's affecting you, let's see. Before we get into the specific message, what is this divine masculine currently working on in their emotional body? What is this divine masculine currently working on within themselves to bring in this new chapter? Vanity. What I told you. This person is working on their ego. Their attachment to fame, glory, vanity, looks. the good life, better than the life they lived when they thought their life was going to go crazy. All right. This is someone that maybe grew up in poverty, or they grew up where they didn't have the life that they wanted to have, and they don't want to live poor. And so their desire to attain some type of social status for themselves, they want more out of life. But they're also working on how asking for more can sometimes put you in a position where you become consumed by your own desires, lustful desires at that. And they're working through that. Bottom of the deck. And they know that they have nobody to blame but themselves. What is this divine feminine currently working through? Quest. It's interesting that both of you guys, if nothing else is aligned in this reading, it's the blue, the communication, the quest, the journey, where you're meant to go. You're grateful, like you're currently working on your life purpose. And you're grateful for all the experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You keep finding the silver lining, divine feminine, like you're supposed to. But I also can see that you haven't closed off your heart entirely to this person, but it does hurt to love this person. It is painful to walk away from someone that needs to grow without you. It is painful. Look at that. And then the bottom of the deck was growth. Yeah, a lot of you can't deal with the gossip. You see how we have green here? This person also hates the fact that a lot of people have said things about you. They feel like you guys are destined to be together. And y'all are. Y'all are destined for this to grow organically. In this new chapter, in this new season, it is going to blossom and grow organically. You're going to be equipped with the tools and resources, and so will they. And it's because you both are aligned with the blue energy, communication, throat chakra. Your perception is changing. You're growing up. Like, I really feel like for sure the best part of this entire connection is like being with your best friend. It's like being with someone that you can, be your true authentic self with. And they feel like they didn't protect you. That's how I feel. And again, with this black and white yin and yang energy. Okay, divine masculine, what would you like to say to divine feminine? What love messages do you have for divine feminine? I don't want to be alone. Oh, that's so sweet. If this person, I told you they was non-committal, and maybe they made you feel like they don't care. They want to spend the rest of their life alone, or they only care about themselves. But their truth is that they don't want to be alone. And they're saying you were right. You were right. Divine feminine. You were right. You don't deserve to be treated like that. You don't deserve to not have quality time. You don't deserve to feel like the oddball out. You just don't. You don't deserve to be left on red. You don't deserve to be ignored. You don't deserve nothing. And they do feel very lonely. And I do feel like this person is alone. They feel lost. They feel alone. All these cards are talking about lonely. Lonely. I am so lonely. I have nobody to call my own. So let's see, divine feminine, what would you like to tell divine masculine? What would you like to tell divine masculine? Divine feminine. Why do I feel so lost? So we got a lot of lost and lonely energy here. Divine feminine, do you feel confused? Don't wait for me, please. So I feel like this is hot and cold energy. Divine feminine, I'm picking up runner energy. You can't let this person go, but at the same time, it's like, why is it that you love me? I feel like you want this person to tell you why they love you, why they want to be with you. Like you want to hear this person say it, like in real time, like physically. There's something about a physical touch that's missing that would really help you understand. I feel like you have been confused, felt aloof. Like, are you talking about this person? It could be, maybe it's not. I don't know because their physical self is not reflecting what you're receiving spiritually. And it's like, why is it that everyone else can tap into the feelings of your person, but you can't tap into it yourself, or you personally can't directly hear this person tell you themselves? And I feel like I explained in the beginning of the reading, your spiritual guides at some point on your journey disconnected your person from being able to telepathically directly communicate with you. Something was happening on a spiritual level where this person at whatever level of consciousness they were on, they had the ability at one point on y'all journey for you to become stupid crazy over this person. So, your spiritual team said, you're not going to be out here submitting to anybody because you're a pioneer, you're a leader. You guys are both leaders in your own right. So this person's direct ability to communicate with you was like desensitized, cut off, shut off, or whatever, requiring this person, this divine masculine energy, to really step in their divinity and to come forward in physical flesh. So the reason why you're not receiving direct communication telepathically where you're able to feel it the same way is because think of it as it being dialed down a bit, right? However, this person's still sending you messages, but there's not, the messages aren't being returned. You aren't enabling them through your empathic gift to just know what they want from you and make it happen. That ability that this person or influence this person had over you was turned off by your spiritual team. And it was in preservation of the both of you learning and growing from each other, growing with each other. Now you're on this phase where things are about to be a lot increased physically for you, which means that you're going to be receiving more physical communication, telephone calls, text messages, in-person meetings, things like that. Had you still been in that season of knowing what's on their mind, being able to read their mind and all that great jazz, you would have enabled this divine masculine to continue just speaking to you telepathically and doing nothing at all. So now that the communication is turned off spiritually, a lot of this person, like I said, all they could do is flood the airwaves. All they can do is send out telepathic messages and hope that some reader on YouTube picks it up, right? And the story continues. But ultimately, even if your guides are making sure that you don't see it until it's time. So they're still holding it back and they're still holding up the levees and requiring that this person steps up, tells you the truth, tell you how they feel, tell you that they miss you, and not you run to them. Because divine feminine, at one point, I feel like you were willing to go to this person if they would to just at the drop of a dime. If they were consistent, if they were intentional, you would have. So to protect you, Spirit had to put you on your purpose path, ground you in something more steadfast, something more enduring, rather than an actual physical person. So that way your empathy is anchored into something bigger than you and your person. And no matter how much, powerful magnetism and mesmerizing attraction put the woo on you type shit that this divine masculine has, one thing's for certain and two things for sure. You won't give up your purpose, and you'll be able to love from a more empowered standpoint, and you would have a hell of a lot more patience for this person and the journey that's required from the both of you. That's what I feel like here. Why can't I tell you the truth? So a lot of your questions, Divine Feminine, is why? Why this? Why do I feel like this? I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm confused. But why? But why? But why? And Spirit is like, if you ask me why one more time, okay? Why? It's because the both of y'all are scared of rejection. The both of you cannot stand. What if this person rejects me? What if I call them, they don't pick up? What if this? What if that? And so is your person. What if this person never wants to talk to me again? What if they're so mad at me? If I hear one more what if, like y'all have Mushu and all y'all spiritual guys, it's like this person is like, I'm better with my mind than I am with my heart. It's easy for them to telepathically communicate. It's easy. It's their strength, right? Your weakness is your heart melts at the mind of this person. You know what I'm saying? The way this person connects with you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like you melt, Divine Feminine. But that's your weakness. Their strength is they're the brains. You might be Pinky at times. Well, now Spirit had to make you brain and let this person play Pinky. All right, y'all got to switch roles. Okay, drugs and alcohol could have been involved. All right. Of the vibration could have been they could have been consuming a lot of drugs, alcohol. This could be food as well. Detoxing a lot of energy here. So one of you was hurt by one person because the other person couldn't promise you anything long term, a commitment. And this person felt like, some of y'all, your person, your divine masculine felt like you were too nice and that you didn't deserve how they were planning to dip on niggas, okay? They felt like, you just too nice, Divine Feminine. I would eat you up alive, because they know their love is crazy. This person loves hard. And they're asking the same question. Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel like this about you? They feel like you done put some juju on them. Juju on the beat. Juju on the beat. But they feel like no one understands them but you. You make this person feel like they need to hold back their true feelings from you. Like they need to protect themselves. Because I told you, you make them feel naked in a crowded room. This love is crazy. It's crazy. Y'all are like each other's drug. It can become very addicting. So both of y'all had to develop your tolerance. Your tolerance to the level and intensity of the love that the both of y'all share. It's so invigorating. This right here is a panty dropper. This divine masculine? Oh, that's a panty dropper. And divine feminine, I feel like you was taking it easy on this one. Like you were really taking it easy on them. This divine masculine hit your soft spot. Cause you was taking it nice and slow. Not nice and slow. You were trying to play your cards right. Do the right thing. You were not trying to handle this person recklessly. Okay? But damn. They got you. They got you. They got your ass. Yes, they did. I need to see the energy. This one had you stuttering. The stuttering. I can see you lying. You probably couldn't even y'all could not even lie to each other. That's the crazy part. You know, that's what you know. That's when you know it's a serious connection. When you can't even lie to each other. You know what I'm saying? you can't even front with each other. And even when you try, you feel like, what's the point? They're going to know the truth anyway. That's what I feel like here. Spirit, can you show me divine masculine energy in regards to this divine feminine? They sometimes encourage impracticality in one another, might feel let down by the other, hard to fulfill promises made to each other. So y'all may have promised to always be there. It's like y'all were always gonna pair up, whether that was through business, romance. But it's like y'all, seventh house energy. It's like y'all can work well together. Y'all could be great business partners. It's like y'all also great friends with each other. Y'all vibe with each other. It's like you being with your best friend, but you're in love with your best friend. It's like all the relationship stat, like all the types of relationships in one bow. Like it Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, too good to be true. High Priestess. I feel like y'all literally prayed for each other and literally like this divine masculine, the both of y'all did not expect to actually find each other. Okay. So you feel divine feminine. You feel like this divine masculine has some type of possession over them. They had some type of demonic possession, uh, controlling them and making them afraid. You feel like they had some type of supernatural entity or religious upbringing or something that really. It's like when you tried to connect with them, you really felt like they had something dark on them. Divine feminine. Yeah, you feel like this was a king in reverse, a king of cups in reverse. You feel like this person, this divine masculine would encourage other people to express themselves and share all of their emotions. This is also a divine masculine that had the ability to, I'm telling you, to make a person just start telling them all their secrets, all their dirt. They could sit there for hours staring at this person, just looking at them. And you feel like they had some type of incubus, succubus energy on them or something. You felt something attached to this divine masculine at one point. And you felt like that energy was using your divine masculine to siphon you and take all your good energy. Like an energy drain. All I'm hearing, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. We have Moon sextile Pluto. After established trust, there goes that theme again with the trust word. So after y'all establish trust, y'all both will appreciate the growth oriented relationship. Okay? Y'all everyday life routines are going to be far from lifeless. It's going to be like a vibe. It's a vibe all the time. Okay? Your feelings with this person was intended to grow over time, and you guys are intended to learn from each other and to grow. Love at first sight connection. Like I said, you guys had a love at first sight connection. Unexplainably great passion, drawn to each other. That could have triggered your red flag, divine feminine, as well. If you were putting down all your guards or dropping all your boundaries for this person at one point, just being, feeling completely reckless with this person, the magnetism between the two of you. Y'all may also have like this ability to just understand each other sexually. When it comes to the bedroom, it's booming over there, okay? And the both of you are like all or nothing. You're either you're all in or you're all out. There is no in between. There is no side thing. There is no side chick. You either in it or you not. Damn. This is also the type of relationship that requires that the both of y'all give each other a lot of space and freedom to explore your own personal lives in your own way. So neither one of you like to be tied down or told what to do. Like I told y'all, y'all are two leaders in your own right. So trying to control each other or trying to be conformist would go against your blueprint. Y'all may have different goals, right? Y'all may have different ways that y'all approach life, but y'all are meant to respect each other's journeys and not demonize each other as best as possible, okay? Because you never know, your divine masculine may have been assigned certain karmic soulmates as their teacher. So your divine masculine may have had a spiritual contract to come in contact with many karmic feminine energies that have low vibrations, and they may have been contracted as far as them to spend a period of their life breaking hearts, all right, and being the bad guy to many karmic feminine energies, right? So whether they met you ahead of time or not, if they had that contract to be that one person in a person's life or a feminine's life where they're saying like, I wouldn't have changed who I am today if it wasn't for that divine masculine that I couldn't get with. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many karmic feminine energies that your divine masculine were assigned to, just like you were assigned to a certain amount of karmic masculine energies as well that would fall in love with you, feel like you did something to them. They may have been obsessed with you, but you don't want that person, right? Those are your karmic relationships that you were, it could have been platonic, business partners, family members, but they were still in your charge as a divine feminine. So that makes the both of you high priest and high priestess. You're the catalyst in many people's lives. You're the karmic catalyst. And you may have felt like you're being punished to only be dealing with karmic energies, right? But I feel like many of you are root workers. Okay? Many of you are root workers. A lot of you, you may meet a lot of different people. You know what I was thinking? You know when you reach certain social statuses, and this is a real thing in the Akashic, there are souls that have come here to literally reach a certain level of success, fame, and status, to reach certain rooms in this year of the seven, to sit in certain secret societies, to sit at certain tables with high value people that have been under a certain spell, curse, or paradigm, and be the person that wall of Jericho that tears it down from the inside out. That assignment is charged to many souls on earth. So you'll see certain people and it's like, well, how did you get affiliated with that group? And why would you be there to even see it? You don't even understand that on a spiritual contract level, they were always meant to be the person to tear Sodom and Gomorrah down. They were always meant to be that person that exposes other people. And you may have similar experiences where maybe you've met a lot of pedophile energies as a divine feminine, or you met a lot of sadistic, obsessed, low vibrational entities that have been attached to people in high places or establishments or groups and churches. And your level of inner knowing, your presence alone irritates the demons on those people. High priestess energy. So it's like they may be demonizing you and saying that your gifts and abilities is wicked. It's okay. I don't know. I'm gonna go look for it. Okay. And then, Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying something about the establishments that demonize you would never even know you were even that spiritually inclined to be able to see an entity on a person. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like the next Ed and Lorraine out here, and you don't even know it. Yeah. So the both of y'all have very strong dominant masculine and feminine energy within you. Y'all use it simultaneously at the same time. When one person is strong and they masculine, you know how to whoop whoop go into your feminine. And when they in they feminine, you know how to whoop whoop into your masculine. Or both of y'all vibe on the same at the same time. So it's different for every single counterpart. But for the energy that stepped into this episode, episode 3, let me tell y'all something. Underestimated, that's all I'm saying. Because both of y'all are very straightforward, fierce in your own right. Y'all are independent, respectedly independent at that, right? Both of y'all really need spontaneity as well. Y'all need to be able to go where you need to go without having to check in with people and tell them every 5 minutes, oh, I'm going to be down 5 minutes down the street. I'm going up the corner. Like, y'all don't have time for that. Y'all don't have time for that. And the moment that y'all get y'all shit together, y'all gonna be unstoppable. When y'all put y'all minds to something, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. So this is kind of like, y'all may come off as being two people that are a little insensitive to other people's views, right? Y'all may come off as people that are, one of you might be an extrovert, the other person might be an introvert. But in many ways, y'all are dominating your realms simultaneously. That's all I can say to you. All right. A lot of people are going to hate on y'all. I mean, y'all gotta have thick skin. A lot of people is about to hate on y'all. It's coming together perfectly, but a lot of people is about to hate on y'all. Just so y'all know. All right, let's get the closing messages. This has been a wonderful episode. Laying it all on the table for tonight's tarot Fessions. Waiting for the stars to align. Gotta tell you the truth. So this person wants to tell you that they love you, Divine Feminine. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. I love you, Divine Feminine. Okay? And since your person can't tell you, I'm going to tell you for you. I'm going to tell you for them. You ready? I'm about to have a Whoopi Goldberg moment out of the movie Ghost, where she's like, I love you. I love you. I really love you. Let that simmer in your spirit. Okay? It says, be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Come through, Spirit. Spirit's like, don't forget now. Let's get your message, Divine Feminine. It's so cute. I love it. So your message is balance, Divine Feminine. Your message to your DM is, love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So you want your Divine Masculine to know, like, it's my job to challenge you. It's my job, to support you and also to not always agree with you just because you're Divine Masculine. It's okay. Doesn't mean you don't love this person any less. Doesn't mean that you don't support them. It means that you have a mind of your own. And just like they have a mind of your own, neither one of y'all can control each other. Y'all got this placement in y'all chart. Y'all have to. All right. And Spirit is saying embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And then you have soulmates. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. This entire reading was about the manifestation of physical interaction. It's coming. Believe it. Okay, divine feminine, divine masculine. This has been Tarot Fessions, all right, with Talk Tequila. If you are new, welcome to Tarot Fessions. Divine masculine versus divine feminine. And if you're returning, welcome back. And I'll see you guys again for another live stream on Wednesday. I've changed it back to Wednesday. So Wednesday it is. I love you guys and good night. TT out.